It is T with Teaquilts, and today we are here with live sewing chat. I gotta plug you guys in, so hold on. All right, guys. Sorry about that. This phone is doing an update, so I am going to pull you all up on my other phone here. Let's see. I gotta cut all the volume off of this. This is the real phone. All right. Close all. And all right. So hopefully you all are having a great start to your week. It's hump day, so at least half of it is already over, right? I am tired and running out of minutes. I go to a quilt retreat in the morning, so I am preparing for that. Just trying to wait for me to be able to get into chat here. All right. Let me take this one off. So let's go back up to the top here. There's a lot of you all in here chatting already. Dee Dee Hansen here from Michigan. Afraid I would miss this. Just came up from the basement from tornado warning. We had that too here, so we're in the same storm path. Linda Faust saying hello, T and everyone. Colleen is saying hello at Teaquilts and everyone. Delia Short says, hi, T and everyone. Happy Wednesday. Yes, thank you. Cheryl Curley, hello to you. Says, hi, everyone. Welcome to the channel, Cheryl. I'm sorry. It's Cheryl Curley. Beb Dixon saying hello all from DC. Francis Jackson, hello, T and all Teaquilters. Cedroy Creation saying hi, T and everyone. Ellen Campbell, Campbell Creation saying hello, T and all. Cheryl Randall also saying hello. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome to the channel. Lisa Thompson's here saying hello all. She's waving and got her thumbs up already. She's reminding you all. Nancy Guest is here saying hi all. June Hanson, hi, T and everyone. And Teresa McCormick saying hello, Miss T and everyone. Let's see. Leetta Bryant saying hello, T and everyone. Remo JS, good evening, T and Quilters. Thumbs up. Thanks for the reminder. Marie H saying hi, Miss T and everyone. Hi, Marie H. I don't remember Marie H, so welcome to the channel just in case. Or welcome to a live chat at least. Kevin the Quilter is here. Trumpets fanfare for our reigning queen of scraps, Miss T. Hey, all T Quilters. Hey, Kevin. Darlene Crosby. Hello, T and everyone. Laura Austin. Good evening, T and everyone from Jacksonville, Florida. Jacara says hello from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Hello to you as well. Let me see. Vivian Cavey is here saying hi, T and everyone. And Annette Bethune saying greetings, everyone from Virginia. And let's see. You all are talking to everybody else. And Delia talking about she's paid the rent. Darlene Crosby is welcoming everybody joining tonight. Please don't forget to get Tia a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications and answer questions to get into the Facebook group where you can share projects. So thank you, Darlene, for that. I'll go ahead and pin that up at the top for people that need that. Patty G is saying hi, everyone. Hey, Patty. Bonita Nance. Hey, Miss T and everyone. Sue GSD says Hello, T and friends from wet and soggy St. Louis, Missouri. Ingrid Bowers. Hello, Miss T and everyone. And Sue says we've got 20 days until retreat, which means 19 for me, because 20 is not going to do me any good. I got to have it all done by then. So thanks, Sue. Remo says, did you get mail? No, I didn't. I went to the post office today and nothing was in my box, and I won't be able to go back until next week at this point. Janice Miller says, hello, T and Teaquilters. Hey, Janice. And let's see. Leila Dierker is here saying, hello, T and everyone. I'm so glad to be here on this live this evening. Hi, Leila. Looking forward to June. June is just right around the corner, too. It's coming fast. Oh, Marie says she has been here for last, Miss T. I've just used my last initial instead of the whole last name. Okay. Because I'm used to seeing everybody's regular names, and every once in a while people do change them, and so then I get confused. Leisha Mo says, hi, T and everyone. I made it on time. Yay, you have my thumbs up. Well, thank you so much. And let's see. Oh, it's going to, Bonita talking about she been watching the Missouri weather and she hope it's going to be warm for retreat. Girl, it's going to be so hot by June in 2 weeks. Our weather is something. We don't really get a spring. Only time we get spring if it's raining, and it don't rain in June here hardly. So you're going to be hot. Cynthia Shade says, hello from cold and rainy Chicago. That we are not. We are not Chicago. Oh, boy. Teresa says, I get goosebumps when I hear the retreat countdown number, and I'm not even going. You got that right, girl. It's getting stressful now. I have been checking some things off my list, but it's a lot of things that's still on my list to do. Tanayu Roberts is here saying evening all. And and then Kevin messing with Benita talking about, don't worry, the weather would be snowing one day and then 99 degrees with 99% humidity the next day. Laughing out loud, you never know what you're going to get. And we do have high humidity in this area. So if you're sweating, you can just forget your hair and all that kind of stuff. It's just going to do what it's going to do up in here. Cheryl asking everyone to pray for the parents of the murdered kids from yesterday. Yeah, that was pretty sad what happened there. That's just horrible. Just so many young folks are just messed up at 18 years old. It's just horrible. You have to feel sorry for their family to a certain extent too. You don't know. They had the grandfather on the news, so you gotta. I mean, it's not just the families of those victims, but the grandmother was also an issue. And you got to pray for his family. I don't know where his parents are or anything like that yet, but it's just sad how our young folks are growing up to know that at 18, as soon as you turn 18, that's what you decide to do with your life. So Lila says she was in St. Louis on Sunday to see the arch and drove by the retreat center. The grounds are so beautiful and tranquil. Yeah, and they do have a labyrinth as well that you can walk through. Laura Austin says your weather sounds like Florida weather. Thank you, BK. Says I look lovely in green. Thank you. And I think that's it for now. Sheila Willis just popping in at the bottom saying good evening, everyone, and tea. All right, so my phone here is still updating. I am in the process, as I stated, getting ready for a retreat. So I have a retreat every year, Memorial Day weekend. I have a group of 6 ladies. We meet in each other's homes once a month. We rotate. And then we do that for 11 months out of the year. And then the 12th month, we actually do a retreat that's always Memorial Day weekend. So we are in the process of getting ready for that. That's the group that I needed to have 2 challenge quilts made for. One, because it was a UFO that we kept putting off for maybe over, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 years. I had bought a long time ago, I gave them as a Christmas gift, charm pack, 5-inch squares, and then a mini charm of 2.5-inch squares. And so we were just told to make anything with those. And then we also had another challenge, which was a paper piece batik blossoms. And so we had to make a second project with that. So I am in charge of challenges this year. So you all saw where I made ribbons earlier. So I got my ribbons packed up. I got my projects for, I'm going to be cutting. I did decide to go ahead and cut for my group project, the main project, and then I just took fabric for the second project. We're going to do a charity event there as well. We're making walker bags with some extra pockets. So I have fabric just in there for that because I already have fabric that I'm going to be cutting out those So Powerful bags. So I've got all of that stuff packed up. I got some projects packed up. I don't know if I'm ever going to even get to sew on those projects. I am going to start sewing on the main project on Thursday, and then I'm going to go Friday and start cutting, hoping that I can get all the cutting for the purses done by Friday and Saturday. We shall see. I call myself trying to get myself organized ahead of time by knowing what I need to cut. I got labels ready to tell me where the pieces need to go. Every piece of fabric will have a label on it as well. And trying to think what else. I had to know what to do with the piece after somebody sold it. I had to make a reference so that people would know where those pieces would go. I put that onto 3 sets of instructions that I printed out, and then I laminated those instructions so they can't get dirty or torn. So, and then I also have bags for people to put the parts in, for me to put the parts in when I'm cutting, but also to give people bags to start cutting, as well as people to tell people what bag number your piece goes in when you're done with it. So I've been trying to get everything organized in my head, trying to make sure that the transition for sewing the So Powerful bags at retreat is as flawless as possible. So now the next step is cutting. Let's see who else is coming in here. Hold on, because it just keeps rolling. It won't stop. Hi, Susan T. She's saying hi, T and all Teaquilters. Carla Forter saying good evening, T and everyone. Kim Burris says hi, Miss T and family. Deborah Quilts is here saying hello, T and Quilters. Deborah will be at retreat this weekend. Mary says hi, all. We're to eat Sammy and then we'll be back. So she's going to eat. And Cindy Hall's here saying hello, T and everyone. Hi, Cindy. And I think that's it. You all are talking to each other, I think. Shirley Peters just popped in saying hello, T and everyone. So yeah, so that's what's going on for this retreat. Also for the June retreat, we got other projects. I went ahead and pre-cut my pieces to do the square and a square block swap that we're going to do for retreat participants only. So they've already got those instructions. I have sent out lots of emails in the past week, so if you all haven't been looking at emails, please go back and check that. I've sent out emails for people that may need to get a ride from your public transportation into St. Louis airport or train station. I've also sent out sewing machines available. I have 3 people that have requested machines. So far, Sue, none of them are on your list yet. I think people, my quilters, are not users of antique sewing machines because they mostly have asked for my older electronic models, like my Baby Lock Elagio, my Singer XL 1000, the Singer Heavy Duty. So those are the 3 that I can recall off the top of my head that have been scheduled. What else? I've sent out some other stuff. And I guess I didn't send out a reminder about if you are going to retreat and you need a Teaquilts established shirt. That shirt only that I put in the email. That shirt is one that I'm willing to make, that I know I can make by retreat. Any other shirt, I'm not guaranteed I'm going to have that shirt done. I'm going to try my best. But if you're wanting an established shirt, just email me your size and the amount. And Ellen, I did pull out I think you said a 2XL for in hot pink. I did have a shirt in pink, so I pulled it out. If you don't want it, let me know so I don't put something on it. And I think that's it for. Oh, I have done some shopping. I went and did snack shopping at Sam's so far. So I have done some snack shopping. I walked out of there with a $300 bill. I was like, "Ooh, Lord!" Between most of it is retreat. So we talked about this earlier because people were supposed to bring refreshments to retreat, and some people were still concerned about COVID. So I'm going to be asking retreat people to pay a minimum of $10. A lot of the retreat people have already paid way more than 10, but I think it's only fair to ask other people to pay. And then also, I've spent some more money so that I can get a couple of snacks to give people that are on the bus trip to Missouri Star, which also includes the retreat people, but it includes other people as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and let those people on the bus just have the snack if they want it, because they didn't sign up for a retreat and they didn't make the decision about a snack. So I'm just trying to make sure that people have something to eat while they're walking around Missouri Star without having to feel like you need a whole full lunch. Just eat something until we go to an early dinner is what I'm trying to do. Patty G says, I had to rewind because I thought you said Whopper bags. I was going to say, what? No, I hope not. There's no telling what I'll say, though. See, Sue says, I had a client ticked off that I was going to retreat instead of staying home and doing my job. And this is why I work with dogs. Yep. They get spoiled. The owners get spoiled. Teresa Louise, I quilt 2 is here saying, hello, T and friends. Hey, Teresa. Okay, Ellen, I got you. I took it out when I was getting all the other shirts out. I did go ahead and take it out. Hi, Claudette Bettis. She says, hello, T and everyone. And Ellen saying, we're gonna have hand sanitizer. Matter of fact, they're gonna have individual hand sanitizer so that they don't have to worry about sharing a container and stuff. So I've got all of that taken care of. I got that when I met my friend in Nashville. I actually bought it when I was in Tennessee. I went on ahead and knocked that off my list. So they do have hand sanitizer. What else? I'm thinking right now that's all I can think of for retreat. I think I've covered all the major topics. If I'm missing something, just let me know. Okay. I did get, I had somebody send me an email. Let me use this phone here. Because I did ask last time if anybody had sent something for retreat and I hadn't mentioned it, like recently, because I think people had, 1 or 2 people had sent me stuff for retreat in 2020. I know one was Sue GSD. She gave me books. She didn't tell me what to do with those books. I decided I was going to use them at retreat. So I've been holding on to books to make sure that Teaquilts was the first group that got to look at those books, any of those books. So I do have hers, so I know she donated. I also have where I received an email from Arlie Mitchell Price, and she said that she had sent some books a few years ago to give away as prizes at your retreats. And if she did, I know that I probably took them and mixed them in with Sue GSD books because I have all the books in my garage in a container. So thank you, Arlise, for doing that, and also for reminding me, because what I want to do is, if people that have donated to retreat, even though you don't want me to give you a verbal shout out, I'm still going to put your name on a list, because I think it just, people at retreats need to know that, stuff wasn't just donated. I have nothing that was donated by a company. Everything that you're getting was paid for by me or donated by another tea quilter, or, whatever. It's coming from those two methods. So if you're getting it uh, from a major table, like a community table or something, I want people to know where all those products and things come from off of that table if somebody has donated it. And then things that people give you personally at retreat, you'll get that when you get at retreat. So I don't need to document that, but I do want to document the things that you may not know came from somebody. So yeah. So one thing I want to talk about, I got two things I want to show you. One thing I want to talk about is I had to go back and update my website again. You see these nice, pretty tools here? They have been the same price for probably 7-8 years or more. And the guy has just recently gone up on his price. So I had to increase my price on my website. This tool here, the seam ripper with the one end seam ripper, the other end has a combo with a stiletto on the other end. This one has gone up $5. He's gone up with his supplies. And so he is now passing that on to me. He did warn me about this when I was in Paducah. I just recently placed another order because I'm out of stock of just about everything. So all of these items are going up, and even the replacements have gone up. I think they're $9 for the replacements now. And then the wood press are now $17.50 for the wood press. So just wanted to pull those out so I didn't forget to tell you guys that there's a price increase on the website. So if you're getting a set now, instead of being $45, I put it at $52. I took the 50 cents off and just put it at $52. And then if you're getting just a wood press, it's $17.50. And I don't sell just the stiletto ripper. You have to get a whole set in order to get the stiletto ripper. Just wanted people to be aware of that. Oh, Sue is so sweet. Just wanted to let you know that you are appreciated and we want the retreat to be a success. Yes. Remo is reminding people that haven't given a thumbs up to do so right now. Thank you, Remo. Joyce Baker saying, I'm listening but have my eyes closed. I have a terrible toothache. So sorry. I had a horrible headache yesterday that lasted for a long, long time. Kevin the Quilter says he's looking forward to meeting everyone at retreat next month. This will be my very first retreat, and so happy it's going to be with my good friend, Miss T. Yay. So that's awesome. If anybody else at retreat and it's your first retreat, let me know. That's interesting. I'm going to have to send out an email and ask people, because I think that's pretty interesting. That people have been quilting for so many years and have never been to a retreat due to various different reasons. And I do know Kevin's reason, but due to various different reasons. So Ingrid Bauer says, still a very good price for those quality products. I love using my press and ripper. And that's the exact same thing that I told to them, because I just normally email or text message my orders in. And then I got a phone call and I'm like, what are they calling me for? And she didn't know that I was aware that their prices had gone up, but I still needed to know what the cost was. But she wanted to verbally verify instead of putting in writing that these prices for my order had gone up. And so I really appreciate her doing that, because she could have easily sent me those price increases and just added it onto my bill. So yeah, so it was really nice of her to do that. Hi, Damali J. She says, hi, Miss T and Quilters. Zella McKenzie is here as well. I guess I missed her earlier, I guess. Sorry about that, Zella. Maddie Barnum saying hi to you and everyone. So, Maddie, you just got your seam ripper, girl, just in time. Your replacement. So, that's what I wanted to mention. I talked last time on Saturday, I think, about a custom die. Well, I got my custom die, and it's on a studio board. So, one thing that about custom dies, I think when I put my order in, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to make stuff up, but when I put my order in, they actually sent me back a quote that had my die price. They added on a tray. They added a cutting plastic. And I'm like, I don't need that. So if you're not paying attention to your quote when they send you your quote, you're going to be buying more stuff than you need, okay? I can't remember. Let me see if I can Google and see what I paid for this custom die. I have to go back into my mail. Leela, I see your order. It's up here. I got to go to my email anyway because I was just finna Google, but I do see your order came through. And I want to search for this custom die. See if it'll come up. Because I can't remember what I paid. Okay. Custom, I think it's called Custom Pros. I think it's Custom Pros that makes these. Custom Shape Pros, that's who make these. So I'm going to go see if I can go down here and find the very first email I got. Very first email, quote request. It was letting me know they got it successful. And then it says my quote is ready. Okay. So yeah, they did. They added on the super giant tray and also the cutting plastic, which I didn't need. And then this die that they cut for me was $255 on this tray, on this size of a die. So this is their largest die for the studio. So I just wanted to make sure, and then I had to pay for them to ship it as well, and tax, because you know certain states get charged tax when you're ordering from AccuQuilt, even though it's not in the same state. Okay. So what die did I get? I kept it a secret. This is not a new die. It's a convenience die. Sometimes when you have a go die and it will cut, say, 4 pieces, and then you multiply those 4 pieces by the 6 that you can cut on the go, that's 24 pieces that you can cut every time. If when I'm making kits, I need better efficiency for my time. So I prefer if I had those same 4 pieces on a studio die, I can cut 10 pieces at one time. So now I've gone from 24 to 40 pieces at one time. So that's a big difference, okay? But I went one even better. I had them add 2 more pieces onto this die than what was on the original go die. So now I've got 6 pieces that I can cut at a time, and I'm cutting 10 of those. So I'm cutting 60 pieces every time I crank my handle through. So that is why I made this custom die that's already a standard go die. And the die is Drunkard's Path 7-inch finish. And I had on the go die, you only have 2 of these blocks on a go die. And now I'm able to do a third. This is one of the popular dies. I make so many of them, and then it seems like they cycle back around where people want them. I remember when I asked people what did they want me to cut next with African fabrics. I think I had people saying tumblers. I had the drunkard's path, and it was one other one. I forgot. I forgot what the other one is right now. But if I'm going to cut more drunkard's path, I decided I wanted to go ahead and get a custom die for that to have it bigger. For some reason, I just hate doing a whole lot of cutting for kits with Go dies. Their blades are different. The rolling, even though I can use my Go Big electric, it's just still different for me. It takes longer to go through that because it's electric and doing its own as compared to me turning it in the regular Go Big. No, not the Go, just the regular Go, not the Go Big. The Go Big is the electric. But I just decided I like my studio cutter. When it comes time to making kits, I can cut more pieces. And I could have like filled in all the blank edges in the corners so that I could have put other shapes in there. But that wasn't important to me. I want efficiency of cutting. That's what's important to me. So that's the die that I got. I just kept it a secret. It came in Sunday, actually. It was delivered on a Sunday by FedEx. So I'm looking forward to whenever I do start cutting again, it's going to be after retreat. I told everybody I wasn't making any kits until after retreat. But Judy is here saying hello, TN everyone. 100 Proof Quilters here saying hi, quilty friends. Alvita is here as well. Miss Topaz is here. Lynette Williams is here. Laura Miller saying evening all. Just trying to get these last ones in. Christy Jones says, hi y'all, checking in a bit from Houston, Texas. So custom dies will cost you a little bit more money because they're custom, but also realize that anytime I would order a custom die, I will try to get it on the big board, and then I would just, even if my pieces don't take that, I would then decide if I want to add some other shapes I need, or I would make multiples of that same shape. So that way I'm cutting more of the same thing at one time, being very efficient that way. I tend not to like a whole lot of jumbled pieces that don't have anything to do with what I'm currently cutting. Like I like block on boards because they cut a whole block, but I really don't like them. Like say if I got a particular square on that board that I need to cut 300 of, I don't want to use the big old block on board. I'll just go get me a die that's just a small die because I'm rolling that big board through. Even if I only got the mat on part of it, I'm still pushing that big mat through. I'm one of those people, and I do the same thing with rulers. When I need a 8.5 inch by 24 inch ruler, that's what I use. But if I'm cutting 3 inch squares, there's no way that I'm going to be using a 8.5 by 24 inch ruler. I'm going to use something that's 6 inches or less. I'm going to make sure that when I'm cutting, I'm not dealing with something bulky in my area that I'm turning that don't need to be there. So I'm more one of those people. I'll spend money for efficiency. Susan says prayers for Shari's granddaughter. Praise God that she was protected. So I don't understand what was going on, but I second that as well. And Colleen says, wow, that is fantastic, a time saver. Yes. Laura says, at Teaquilts, I received my fat quarters. They are beautiful. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like them. I appreciate that. And Colleen had to leave, I saw. We're only on today until 8 p.m. We got another 27 minutes today. Betsy is here saying, hello, Miss T and T Quilters. Remo says, I've registered it. It is in St. Louis. I went through there today at 12:30 and it wasn't there. There's nothing I can do if it's not showing anything in my box. So if you don't send me numbers ahead of time that I can check, then there's nothing I can do. And the post office is now closed. I won't be able to go tomorrow because I'm going to retreat. So it'll be Monday before I can go back and check on it at the post office at this point. Every once in a while, they'll forget to put a card in my box to tell me that I have mail. Other times when you send it to me registered, they just put it in my box because it's just a letter. So I don't know what that status is and why it's not in my box. All I can say is I checked today at 12:30 p.m. and it was not in my box at that time. There was nothing in my box. Okay. And there's nothing I can do about it now. So I won't be able to handle that until I come back from retreat. Dee Dee says, I always send important things. UPS, don't like St. Louis post office. And it's my post office itself has been doing really well. They've got a couple new staff. But every once in a while, like when it's a holiday weekend, people take off. And so you don't have the same people working that would normally work any other time. Sue says the glorified 9-patch would be stunning in African fabric and a solid background. Just my opinion. And that's something for a whole nother day. That's one of those things when you've got a lot of different pieces and having to cut them in separate parts of the die so you can have. I did that for the modified bento box kit, and I did not enjoy cutting that kit. I'm just going to be honest. And it was a lot of time to cut that because it was so many different pieces, so many different sizes, and I was using strip dies, and then I was cross-cutting my pieces, from that. So it was a little bit cumbersome, but it's something that I'll be thinking about in the future. Thank you, Sue, saying have a very happy and safe retreat. And then the other thing that came in the mail, I want to share this with you all. I showed you all that Dee Dee had sent me her quilt back, which I haven't quilted that quilt yet. And I already knew it was going to be after retreats because I'm busy with retreats right now. But I did put in an order for some fabric, for her to dye some fabric. And I asked her, I put in an order, okay, with Miss Dee Dee, and Miss Dee Dee is not gonna let me pay her, so I'm gonna have to do something else for Miss Dee Dee. But she's got pieces in here. I'm gonna just take everything out. It's so pretty because I'm gonna have to put it back in here anyway. So she's got notes saying what this is. She says this is 60-inch wide mercerized cotton, tight weave for machine quilting, and one center seam. So I asked her for one that was going to be backing, and so she put a seam in it because it doesn't come this wide. Woo! And she sent me different ones so I can see what they feel like. I gave her colors that I wanted. I think they were red, yellow, purple, maybe orange. And so this is what it came out. So the thing with dyeing is you never know what it's going to look like, but I love this light pinkish background. So this is just some of it here, and it's very smooth. So it feels like it could be a sateen, this mercerized cotton once it's dyed. So this is another side of it. Just want you all to see that. And I'm not going to open this whole thing up because it's huge. But I'll open up one more part so you all can see it. Now, when I ordered this from her, I knew it was going to, be a little costly because hand-dyed fabrics cost more money than regular dyed fabrics. I got to find a sticky note. It came on me and then hit the floor, I think. So we got that piece. This isn't bad either, though. She said this is a looser weave. This is a little looser weave suitable for hand or machine quilting. And this is gorgeous. Now, these are her colors. I don't know what color she put in here. This is gorgeous. Was it just pink and blue? Or pink and purple? Isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. And then this one doesn't have a a sticker on it that I can see. I don't see in this one either. Hold on. So this is a yard. This is a yard. I'm assuming. I don't know if this is the same one I opened up or a different one. This is a little looser weave. This is the first one I opened. I just folded it on the wrong side. Just gorgeous. And these are, I think she said they're ice dyed. Yes, ice dyed pieces. Okay. So this is a different one. I'm thinking it's the same material, I'm thinking. Dee Dee's going to have to help me. This is a different piece. Just gorgeous. And it feels good. I don't know if this is the looser weave. It don't have anything on it. Let me see if she's in here saying anything right now. Yeah, people are saying lots of compliments on this hand-dyed fabric, Dee Dee. If you open it up, you can see the circling in the center. Yeah, I know that, but I got such a small space here. What I did is I knew I wanted it for a quilt back because I had already seen hers. So I asked Dee Dee to go ahead and put a seam in it, and then she circled from the middle out. And she did the same thing on the one that I showed you of hers. And then she's got these sample pieces here. That is gorgeous. These are like standalone blocks. You put some quilting on this. Look at that. Gorgeous. Just beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, and then this one here says, this is per cal, no seam, 110 inches wide. It's a, okay, and she says it's $11.50 per yard, cheapest option for very large pieces. So, Dee Dee, what were these? Let me go down to the bottom so I can see what she's saying. I know you all are saying it's beautiful, but I'm trying to get some information from Dee Dee. Keep 1 or 2 of the queen size, and all the rest can be prizes at retreat. Girl, you are too generous. You could say, I bet you I could sell it right here. You all, what is this, Dee Dee? What fabric is this? The smaller panels on. And I don't know which fabric it is, though. Like, I know she says it's just samples, but is it the mercerized cotton or the loose weave cotton? It looks like mercerized. Let me go back. I'm finna do my own investigation now. I'm over these glasses looking. I don't know, because see, dyeing changed the hand of fabric. What is left over is mercerized. That's what I thought at first. Okay. And then this one, she says, this is the, I don't know, is this 3 yards, this per cal sheet? She says it's 110 wide. So is it 3 yards by 110? It is queen size. Okay. And this one here, this is the one she says she does for $11.50 a yard. In my opinion, it's cheap, okay? Hand dyes by the yard that on my website that I bought from a lady, they're $15 for 1 yard. That's regular width. This is big. Look at that. Just gorgeous. And then this is the other side of it. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. And let me see what the feel of it feels like. You know what? It just feels like regular batik fabric, okay? All of these, I think, once something is dyed, no matter what you're starting with, they all start to get the same sort of hand, except that you can tell this one has a little bit a looser weave, but it's still good. You wouldn't qualify this as a low-level fabric because I think the dyeing process has changed the hand of that fabric. And she says this one has no seam and it is sheeting. So let me tell you what you're going to do. You can order these for yourself. You can send me your email orders and then you can put your colors in here. She'll take your colors. Just remember, you don't want to use a hot color with the cool colors because you're going to end up with a muddy brown mess. So I don't know, Dee Dee, can you tell me, like, on this, what colors did you use for this? And then, so she also have to, so this is $11.50 per yard plus your dye cost. Another $25 for the dye. So, okay, because I haven't read everything because I'm over here looking at this stuff and I'm like, and I know y'all like it because I like it. So I want to make sure if y'all want some that you can get your orders in. So $11.50 per yard because you got to remember dyes are expensive and you need the right kind of dye to do this kind of stuff too. So, and that's what Sue, I'm like you, Sue, way too cheap. Way too cheap. Hot pink and robin's eggs nest is this one. And then on this big one here, let me go back to this. This is the one that's like this. What colors are these, Dee Dee? Just so people know, because if they're wanting something similar, do note that when stuff is dyed, you can't make the exact same thing. It's going to be very close, but you can't make the exact same thing. And then so this one was hot pink and robin's egg blue. Remo, email me what you want, and then I'll forward it to Dee Dee for you. And this one was just red and purples. It's got, the purple made it look like it's a little bit of orange in here, or in pink, so that's really cool. So, yeah. So if you're interested in getting some stuff custom hand dyed, send her about no more than 3 colors. 2 would probably be better. 2 colors, 3 colors at the most. Try to keep them on the same side of the color wheel for the most part because you don't want to go too far off and then make it turn brown. Just think about stuff that turns brown. Hi, Zoe Like Crime saying she loves the hot pink. Dee Dee Hansen has hand dyed these fabrics. So, oh, I'm covering my mic. Sorry, Damali. So if you want something dyed, I will send it to her. This is a great time of the year to do dyeing because, you know, it's warmer outside. When you're dealing with dyes, you don't want to be inhaling all of that. So, and she was pretty fast. She has to order her product. It got in, and then she dyed it and sent it back. She says her prices, and then you know you got to add shipping, right? So don't even try it, okay? And think, if I bought these from her and put these on my site at this price, these ain't the prices I would be charging you. I'm going to do this today. So any orders that come in within the week, by the time I get back from retreat, we're going to give it to you at these prices. And Dee Dee did inform me that, you know, I could increase the prices, but I'm trying to also, I want to help Dee Dee as well. Dee Dee it's not like Dee Dee needs money, but when you're doing something, people need to be paid for their service. And that's one of the things I have a hard time trying to instill in some people that try to hire me to make custom quilts and things like that. So I'm not taking a cut out of this. I'm going to pass your orders on to Dee Dee. So when you send me your orders, make sure you put your mailing address, put everything in there. Even if you think I know it already, I don't want to have to go cut and paste from somewhere else. Make this easy on me because I'm not making any money here. I'm doing a service. I would love to see Dee Dee get into dyeing fabric. I think she enjoys it. She enjoyed doing it. She does a great job of it. I have dyed fabric once, and I have another package of dye to dye some fabric. I don't enjoy it. It's okay. I enjoy doing it. It was fun to learn something new. It's not something that I want to do frequently. Those are the people that are true dye lovers that love doing this kind of stuff. And this ain't the first time that Dee Dee has dyed anything. She sent me some smaller pieces that are like art pieces a few years ago, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to use those. So she's been into dyeing since at least COVID. I think when she took her first class was in 2020, and she's been still dabbling in it. And you can tell technique and all of that is so much. It's not that it's not bad, but I'm just saying she's learning different techniques. She's doing different things. So I just love it. I love it. Hi, Kathy D's Creative Chaos. She says, hello, all. So let me give you these prices on this paper. 45-inch square is $20, and you still got to pay for dyeing. Remember that. I'm assuming. I don't know. 45, I think it's $20 for the 45. The 60-inch square is $25. And then you also got to pay for priority shipping. I don't know how Dee Dee's going to ship to you all, though. Because she likes using UPS. So it'll be plus shipping. I'm trying to make sure I got reading some of her notes. She's got a long note up here. And Dee Dee says when they are very large that there will be a little bit more white. And the white is not going to be like a pure white. It's going to be like parts of that color getting into there that it didn't. Like some sides of it was lighter than the other side. Mine's look like light pink is what the white turned into, was a light pink. So I'm sure everybody understands the dyeing process. But those 1 yard cuts are just gorgeous too. So it's hardly any white in the 1 yard cuts. And Dee Dee, you know, I'll put these in the door prize, but girl, you should be selling these. Okay, so she's saying, tell me the size you need and the colors. I can give you estimate and you can say yes or no. So yeah, because what I'm going to do is when you send me an email, because I don't want to put Dee Dee's personal stuff out here. Everybody already knows mine. If you don't know, it's Teaquilts at teaquilts.com. That's my email. And then what I'm going to do is just forward your email to Dee Dee. And then when she's getting ready, it's going to take her a while because she's got to order the product and then she's got to dye it. That's a process. You got to rinse it and go through that whole dyeing process. So you will have to do that. And so you will also, I don't know how she's going to handle shipping yet, but you know, your product's going to need to be paid before you get your item shipped. So I have to probably help Dee Dee set up something like that so she can get paid. And she said she goes on quilt retreat at the Quilt Surface Design Symposium for the week, but can do these after she gets back. So she just wants you to know you ain't gonna hear from her for a week. We all got quilting retreats in our lives. So, but yeah. Oh, Remo says that her husband just came in and he brought my Bernina 770 for me to work with. He said hello. And she got this, I think she got the 770 plus too. Delana Quilter says, hi, Tan, everyone. I haven't caught a live in ages. Good to see you all. Welcome back. Appreciate you popping in here and commenting. And, oh, okay, no, so I got them right. Okay. Dee Dee says, larger is quoted per size. These make great backs to quilts, but you need to know the size you need. Remo says, T, I'll be emailing you. I need 4 yards. And I think she wants this kind, 4 yards. And you have to let me know if you want mercerized cotton or loose weave too, I guess. Let me see. They all feel the same to me, and they all look the same. It don't make any difference to me. I want your retreat to be as successful as possible. This little extra prizes just adds to the fun. Well, thank you. That's so nice of you. That's really, really kind. And send me email or phone, and I will contact you to get your order right. That's right. Ellen says, okay, listen up, people. Email me your information because I'm going to email it to Dee Dee. No requests in the chats are going to be taken seriously. Make sure you put your name, your mailing address, and Dee Dee is asking for, saying a phone number, but she can get that from you later as well. But make sure you put on there what you want, whether you want a per cal sheet or if you want yardage. And then she will make sure, and your colors, and then she will make sure she contact you to make sure everything's on the up and up before she go buy stuff and dye your fabrics. And if I was Dee Dee and I'm buying fabric and I'm dyeing it, I would make sure I got paid first. I'm just saying, because you're buying stuff and dyeing it before you've gotten paid. That's a custom order. That's a little bit different. I get half down on my quilts when I work on them. So Monty Prep says, I'm power sewing a baby quilt for Saturday afternoon. And knowing me, I'll be finished the binding as I'm walking out the door. Right. Join the club, girl. And Dee Dee says that the 110 is the $11.25 per yard plus the $25 for the dye. Thanks for the hint, T. Yeah. Because when you're doing custom orders, you need to be paid before you go out here running in these streets, buying all this stuff. You get 10 orders in and you're buying 100 yards of fabric. That's a lot of money. And then you still got to buy all the dye. The dye is expensive too. So yeah, I was just making sure I got all the information. So Dee Dee, thank you so much. We only got like 4 minutes left on here, and I am gonna get off on time because I gotta go pack for a retreat. Machine's still sitting here. I haven't packed. I packed my projects, and that's all. I haven't packed. I've done shopping. I gotta feed people tomorrow dinner. So I've got tomorrow's dinner purchased. I gotta pack that into a cooler. I got to pack my clothes, which we don't really care about what we look like on retreat. And I got to pack my actual sewing supplies. I'm going to take my machine to sew for Thursday because Thursday's going to be that interrupted day because I'm in charge of challenges. I'm in charge of cooking dinner. And then I got to clean up. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to do a whole lot. So I'm just going to sew on Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday, I'm going to try to cut the purse pieces out. We'll see how that goes. I do have my 4-star generals pieces to finish. I cut my border pieces and I got my other 3 blocks I need to do. I also cut my Ablum blocks for the Teaquilt retreat people. We're going to swap the square and the square block. So that's cut at least. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to sew any of that type of stuff. But it's cut. If it's not, it'll be ready for the retreat in June. So I'm ahead of that a little bit. I'm trying to think what else was it I needed to do before retreat tomorrow. I think that's it. I've already taken my bath right before I came live. I'm ready to go to bed after I get stuff packed, and I'm good for that. So I think I'm done. Lynette says, not bad a yard. No, ma'am. Great price. Okay, Ellen. Yeah, because I'm going to be forwarding your information to Dee Dee, and then you all can talk to each other after that. I've been knowing Dee Dee for a long time and personally communicating with Dee. I also long arm quilt for Dee. So I don't feel like you're going to have a problem with Dee Dee. But, you can contact me if you got a problem with Dee Dee, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to leave you two to communicate. She's always been very professional. She does exactly what she says she's going to do. And she keeps you informed of the process. Every time I get quilts from her, every time I send her quilts back, we keep good track through emails of what's going on with the stuff that's happening. I'm the one that mostly dropped the ball here and there because I'm so busy, and then I keep forgetting that, I need to email Dee Dee because I don't have my phone in my hand. I'm busy doing something else and my phone is somewhere else. So yeah, so I feel like you'll have a very good customer experience with her. Darlene says, have a wonderful retreat with your friends. And thinking of that, I may come live Saturday night at retreat, still 8 p.m. to 10 Central Standard Time, because I figured by that time, some of the early birds are going to start going to bed anyway. So I'll come. It'll be me and Deborah Quilts like it was last year. So thank you, Darlene. Appreciate that. Remo says, enjoy retreat. I'm going to sew August and September blocks. Okay, that's cool. Teresa Lynch says, get your clothes, girl. Yeah, you got to have some clothes, but we don't care what we look like. We don't have to match. The socks don't have to match. They normally do, but they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I just put some stuff in the washing machine, so I'm going to go put it in the dryer. Thank you, Delinda. Delana says, have a great retreat. Teresa says, you can't go naked. I got on sleeping clothes as a last resort. And I can, Leela says, T, did you use die 5 and 6, square and a square from the 8-inch optional? I don't know what numbers on those dies. I used the square on point die, and I think I used the 2.5-inch square die. She's packing for a retreat. She's going to in Brunswick, Missouri tomorrow through Sunday. So have fun. So that's what I think I used. I think it was, both dies were in the second cube. So that might be 5 and 6. Maddie says, I will email you, T, my order for D. Okay, awesome. And I'll just forward those on. I can forward those at retreat. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So you all, I'm going to go ahead and end here. See you all Saturday night for live sewing chat. You all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out, everybody. And thank you, Dee, for such a gorgeous gift. And also, I forgot, I want to thank C-Rax. C-Rax actually sent me money for gas for going to Kevin's house when we were talking about how much gas had increased in the Midwest, this is unusual for us. And I got home and she had sent me money and said it was for gas. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. You're a very kind person. And I just wanted to thank you for that. And I thanked her in an email, but I wanted to thank her also on here because that's where she picked up the information from. But thank you so much, and I appreciate that. And I do know your name, but I know she ain't gonna want me to put her name out there. So that's why I'm just saying C-Rack. So she'll know that I know who she is. But thanks, everybody. See you all on Saturday night.